The cryotube awakens. Deep within an unmarked asteroid facility hidden beyond Neptune's orbit, alarms pulsed in crimson waves. The cryotube at the chamber's center hissed open, releasing a veil of freezing mist. Inside, a new hybrid stirred, a being taller than Alpha, its body encased in a crystalline exoskeleton, etched with glowing circuits that shifted like living veins. A voice echoed from unseen speakers, Evelyn's recorded message. Subject Delta, final phase of the Genesis Protocol. If you're hearing this, then Alpha has failed, and the real war begins now. Delta's eyes opened, deep crimson layered with shifting rings. He took a breath. The metal around him bent slightly. Reality pulsed. His first step cracked the reinforced floor. Coalition ship, War Room. Aboard the Earth-Zorathian Coalition cruiser Parallax, Zero, Elena, Marcus, Vrax, and Nyx reviewed the intercepted message from Delta's awakening. Second Genesis. Evelyn's last card, Marcus muttered, scanning the encrypted signal layers. Nyx paced the room, her tension palpable. This Delta, could he be worse than Alpha? Zero's voice was steady. He isn't like us. He wasn't made to question, only to conquer. Suddenly the ship trembled. A proximity alert blared. Unidentified object emerging from hyperspace, the AI reported. Impact in 30 seconds. Everyone braced as a massive triangular vessel, unlike any Malien ship seen before, materialized above Titan's moon, cloaking the stars behind it. Its surface pulsated like muscle over bone. Flashback, Evelyn's secret file. Inside a hidden segment of the Rift Engine database, a locked archive flickered open. A younger Evelyn recorded her final thoughts. Delta was built in desperation, a failsafe with no morality. Alpha was a tyrant, yes, but Delta, he was vengeance incarnate. If he awakens, I fear I've doomed more than one world. There is still one hope, Project Omega Tau. I pray they never meet. Return to Europa. Resistance mobilizes. On Europa, General Kyle stood before a war map strewn with red-marked coordinates. Lys, the Malien defector, slammed a data pad down. These are all known Malien vaults, and they're lighting up like solar flares. Kyle leaned closer. He's activating sleeper networks across the system. We have to act now, Lys insisted. Then we'll give him war. Engineers scrambled. Drones flew in synchronized formation. Hybrid tank armor interlocked with Zorathian shielding. Within hours, the frozen plains of Europa had become a launch deck for a planetary assault. Obsidian Ark, Council Fracture. On the Malien flagship Obsidian Ark, the High Council fell into chaos. Evelyn warned us, Cyrex shouted, slamming his fist on the table. Delta's awakening wasn't a failsafe, it was a death sentence. You're just afraid, spat Counselor Varix, afraid of evolution. Cyrex opened a hidden comm link to Nyx. He's fractured our kind. I offer you names, council members who may yet support a ceasefire, but you must move fast. Titan's surface, arrival of Delta. Delta stood beneath Titan's stormy sky. With a single gesture, the icy crust reshaped, forming a cathedral-like throne of obsidian and crystal. His ship unfolded above, becoming a sentient spire, its shape defying geometry. Delta's voice carried across the moon without tech. You feared Alpha because he ruled. You will worship me because I reshape. All across the system, ancient Malien bionodes burst to life. On Mars, beneath Olympus Mons, hidden hives awoke. On Earth, government vaults went dark. A silent invasion had begun. Strike Team, First Clash. A coalition strike team deployed onto Titan. Vrax led the charge, flanked by Nyx and a battalion of hybrid troopers. Delta appeared before them, hands behind his back, calm. You seek to resist, yet you are fragments. Nyx fired first, an energy blast that would have incinerated Alpha. Delta didn't move. The blast stopped inches from his chest, frozen mid-air. He smiled. Then the ground cracked open. From beneath, ancient Malien prime forms, massive biomechanical beasts, rose and attacked. Vrax fought with ferocity, his hammer glowing bright blue. Nyx vaulted across debris, slicing at a hulking crawler. But they were overwhelmed. "Fall back," Vrax yelled. "This is a slaughter." Archive revelation, the true nature of Delta. Back on Parallax, Marcus and Elena delved deeper into Evelyn's archive. They found a video fragment, Evelyn speaking to an unknown figure. Delta was spliced with entropy DNA, unstable matter from another dimension. He doesn't evolve, he consumes. The Genesis Protocol wasn't a project, it was a warning. Zero stared at the screen. Then stopping him isn't optional, it's survival. Marcus stood, pale. There's more. Evelyn mentioned a twin project, Omega Tau, but it was buried in uncharted space. Zero nodded. Then we find it before Delta does. Seeds of rebellion. Back on the Obsidian Ark, young Malien soldiers listened to forbidden transmissions smuggled by Cyrex. Footage of Alpha's tyranny, of Delta's awakening. One soldier whispered, "They lied to us. We're not evolving. We're being used." The seed of rebellion spread quietly through Malien ranks. Ending twist. Omega Tau awakens. Far beyond Pluto, orbiting a black dwarf star, a cloaked station hummed with life. Inside a chamber lined with stasis capsules, one suddenly illuminated. A silver-skinned being stirred, not crystalline like Delta, not organic like Zero, but something between. Its eyes opened, luminescent white with no pupils. A panel displayed, Project Omega Tau, reawakened. Tau sat up slowly. Across space, Delta suddenly stopped mid-battle. His eyes widened. He whispered, "Impossible. She found it." He turned skyward, trembling, not with fear, but anticipation. The game is changing.